Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for this week's Toolbox safety topic video. Before we get started, make sure that you give me a thumbs up down below here to encourage me to make more videos of this type. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel where you'll find additional videos of this nature along with other safety related videos and leadership training videos. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Now, this is the fourth and final video in this series on fall protection. The first video we talked about dangerous attitudes toward falls and fall protection. In the second video, we talked about the types of falls we may be exposed to in the construction industry. The third video, we talked about how to protect ourselves from recognized falls. And in this, the fourth and final video, we'll talk about inspection of fall protection equipment. Particularly, we'll be talking about personal fall protection equipment inspection, hole covers, and guardrails. Now, this or any of the other previous videos do not contain enough information to qualify you as a competent person in fall protection. These videos serve only as a brief overview of fall hazards and the ways in which we can protect ourselves. Be sure to get with your supervisor or safety department for additional training in fall protection. Well, let's go ahead and get started. First things first. Inspection of fall protection equipment is to be performed prior to use. Let's first talk about our fall protection harness. The webbing of the harness must be free of cuts, burns, or abrasions. The D-ring must be free of corrosion, pitting, or deformation. Buckles are not to be bent, corroded, or damaged. If the harness has been involved in a fall, it must be removed from service. And when we properly don the harness, the D-ring must be in the center of the shoulder blades and the chest strap adjusted properly. Next, let's talk about the lanyard. The lanyard goes between the harness and the anchorage point. Now, there's a single-legged, a double-legged, and then retractable type of lanyard. The single-legged and the double-legged lanyards normally have a shock pack on them. Make sure that when we inspect it that the webbing is free of cuts, burns, or abrasions. The hook is free of corrosion, pitting, or deformation. If the lanyard has been involved in a fall, it must be removed from service. Now we'll talk about the retractable lanyard. Now there's two types of retractables. There's the retractable lanyard and the retractable lifeline. The retractable lanyard, the casing that the cable reels into, is connected to the D-ring on the back. Make sure that the cable flows freely when pulled in and out of the casing. The cable shall be free of kinks or frays. Now, the cable must lock when pulled sharply. The label must be legible, and the unit cannot be modified in any way. Now, retractable lifelines are basically the same, but like I said, the lifelines, the casing that the cable reels in and out of is attached to the anchorage and then the hook to the D-ring in the back of the harness. Make sure that the cable moves freely in and out of the casing. The cable is not to be frayed or kinked, and the cable locks when pulled sharply. The hook is not to be bent, pitted, or corroded. There's to be no damage to the label or the hook, and it cannot be modified in any way. Next, let's talk about hole covers. Hole covers must be capable of supporting 2 times their intended load. Hole covers must be properly marked and secured against movement. And the final thing we'd like to talk about is guardrail systems. Make sure that the guardrail system is properly designed and built with a top rail, mid rail, and a toe board. The top rail should be at 42 inches above the working surface and capable of supporting 200 pounds in a downward or outward force. The mid rail shall be midway between the working surface and the top rail and capable of supporting 150 pounds of downward or outward force, and a toe board shall be installed. This equipment must be inspected on a regular basis throughout the workday, and it must be maintained as long as there is a fall exposure. Alright boys and girls, that's it for this week's Toolbox Safety Topic video. Thanks for watching, thanks for stopping by. Make sure that you give me a thumbs up down below here to encourage me to make more videos of this type. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel where you will find additional videos of this nature, along with other safety related videos and leadership training videos. And until we see each other again, take care of yourself because you're number one. Look out for your co-workers and help ensure their safety. Have a grateful day. And remember, I will see you in the field.